Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is my 5th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I am going to carry on as I'm trying to prepare for the Fire Rogue invasion here. I did ask you guys about this unfortunate little situation in the comments with regard to the impending Phoenix and Scoundrel attack. Basically, the idea is probably I need to retreat. There's probably nothing I can do about this. There are ideas thrown around about trying to slow down the Phoenix. I sadly, as far as I know, do not have a slow spell. I'm going to feel very silly if I in fact do, but it does not seem that I do. I thought maybe I picked it up from a Forbidden Sanctum at some point, but I thought Slayer's Doubt might work, but then remember that checks against Spirit Resistance, and Phoenixes are immune to Spirit. The idea would have been to basically slow it down and run away for 5 turns until the battle ended in a draw. So that's probably not going to work. I think the best idea that I saw out there probably came from Blurry Inner Vision, suggesting Banish might be a good option. That is actually a very good point, and I'm going to pick that up right away, actually. It's not going to be in there, it's going to be down here. So I want to pick up Banish right away and have that on hand. After I get that, I also probably want to get another level of Divine Channeling, because I realized Banish costs 20 magic under normal circumstances, 20 casting points, and with Ganon being out of the battle, that would be bumped up to 40. If I get Divine Channeling, one more level of that, I could cast it 3 times with 120 CP per turn. And that might give me a nice way of getting around and defending my cities in general from this this invasion event. So, but I don't think I will have it in time. I'm pretty sure the Independents will take their turn before I technically research this. So I still have to back off with this guy on this turn. So I'm going to move him down here, and probably what I'm going to do, the Halfling army, while it is a detour for them, it is also very fortunate that they're this close to be able to come up and deal with this. So they are going to take a break. The Halfling, yes, is vulnerable right now on account of having lost their leader, but I'll probably be, hopefully, knocking them out of the game entirely soon. So I think it's okay to just hold ground here with this army, let the Sorcerer go up, deal with the little problem, and then come back. So that's the plan there. Other comments, I thought a good one was from Ivan Engel. Said that Carson's army up here. Actually, you know what? Now that I think I'll talk about that in a second. Well, actually, I do need to talk about that now. Carson's army up here could benefit from the Mark of the Heretic spell, as these guys are infantry and are therefore devout, as is the Exalted and that support unit. Carson and the Giant themselves are not devout and do not benefit from it, but pretty much everybody else in that group does. But speaking of Carson's army, I think I'm going to switch one of these guys out. I'm kind of deciding between the Exalted and the Priest, but one of them is going to get the boot, I think. What I might do is just leave the Priest nearby and heal in combat, because Carson does have healing and nourishing meal. But the idea being that I want to put the Glutton in Carson's army, because the Glutton doesn't necessarily benefit as much from the morale boost that he would get from the Reanimator in Farron's army, the Halfling Reanimator. The Glutton's more about swallow whole rather than critical hits. Plus, if he's in Carson's army, he gets Blood Brothers benefit, which is Spirit Immunity, which would be really nice considering he's 60% weak to Spirit as it is. So that would be pretty cool. The only problem is Carson does not have Undead Healing, but that is a problem that I can solve thanks to Sarah Feingold suggested an Undead Healing item for Carson. So I'm going to go ahead and produce that in my capital probably right now. I think I can squeeze it in before I need that Crusader. So let's go heal Undead, and I've got just enough mana for this, really. How about this? How about that book? We'll call it the The creepy book. And it heals undead for some reason. It's got some weird incantation or something. I can delete him and put him in the queue right after that. Because I do want that to get sent to Karzin soon, so I can put the Glutton with him. Until then, the Glutton's going to have to hang out with the undead that can keep it alive. But I would love to have him in Karzin's army. He seems like a perfect candidate. Okay, I think I can start it going to the next turn now. I'm going to talk a little bit about some other comments while we're cycling through to the next turn. And I think I may have just forgotten to use up my remaining casting points as soon as I click the button. Dang it. Well, I didn't have a lot of mana to work with anyway, so I guess that's okay. So next comment comes from Hubert Chow. Was talking about building more goblin units to defend underground. That's probably a good idea. I think some of these cities, like this one in particular, is in a really prime central location. I think I'm probably going to, as soon as I get the Grand Palace, get military upgrades in this city and start cranking out some big beetles. Goblins are just really good underground. I'll probably mostly keep them underground, but I need something down here to watch out for stuff coming from this direction primarily. I really don't have anything here to defend aside from this little army, and that little army needs to be bigger. So I think that's a good idea. I'll try to keep that in mind. Right now, I'm going to let the city get the Grand Palace first, though, I think. Jeff said that I should not forget about Wreck. That's a good option, and I do have that. I think that came from Destruction Magic, if I'm not mistaken, and it is very good against machines. So I will try to remember to use that option as needed against the Dreadnoughts in particular. What do we got down here? So something's moving. There's Juggernauts moving in this area because they're tearing up trees, which could be bad if they're going straight west. That could be really bad if they're going straight west. Maybe Karzin's army needs to run down here and capture that more central city. Might send a group with them and leave a group behind to defend. I don't really know what I'm running into is the problem. I may need to get a scout in that area, but if there's Juggernauts here, I'll want to keep an eye out for that. And I believe that's pretty much it for the comments section on this one. Good ideas, as always. I'll try to implement at least a few of them if I can. I wonder if maybe I can get... See, these guys can't heal by themselves, so they kind of got to go back up and rejoin with Farron regardless. I think what I may do is just send some extra units down there, I guess. Might send that Martyr down and start shifting. I think actually what I need to do is start shifting some of these guys, my newly produced units, up more into the center of the map to maybe guard Prozinius. Hopefully they don't rush through there, but like I said, I'll get a scout so I can keep an eye on that because I need to know what's going on there. We're still waiting on... Man, Ferric's turns take forever. He's got to have a lot of stuff. The problem is I can't really afford to move units out of my cities right now. I have a few, like this city and this city. I have stuff I could move forward, but I don't know when this Fire Rogue event is going to be over. I want to make sure that I'm not still getting invaded by anything before I start pulling troops out of my cities and sending them to the front line. Oh wait, what do we have here? Oh, we have a sorcerer army. That would be... This one is Dova the Keen. That's the character I made. And he has an Eldritch Horror, which is very unfortunate for me, as I do not have anything in that area to fight back with. That pretty much settles it. I need to get units up north. I think what I'm going to do is have this guy build a road going kind of up north this way. Or maybe it would be better to have it behind the mountain pass, more in my territory, cutting all the way up and over and straight to the Undead City. That's probably the more direct route for newly produced units coming from this direction, which I am going to start sending that way now anyway. I think he could actually get a little boost if he haste buried, so I'm going to do that. Can anyone else join him? Let's see. They can move very, very far per turn. Alright, first let's make sure that, like, Tabarin's not getting invaded or something. It seems to be okay for the moment, so I will send that shock trooper up the road. I think I need to probably ship out the Shrines of Smiting. I'm making more. I got another one coming on the next turn. So I think it's time for them to move out with stuff showing up in the middle of the map. Unfortunately, they don't benefit from the roads like these other units do. And they won't do that much damage to the Eldritch Horror, really, either. I might need to come up with a different plan for dealing with that. But they can at least join the Crusaders, get some devout buffs. In fact, the shock troopers are devout too, because they're infantry. So they'll also buff these Shrines of Smiting, which is pretty nice. I suppose this builder, yeah, that road, having a highway going through this mountain range, maybe through those haste berries, and through those haste berries is probably the most important route I can think of at the moment. So I'll have to have him work on that. In the meantime, you can get a bit of a head start if you go after the haste berries, and then he can maybe, can't tell what that is. That is a number 1, so he can at least get out there a little bit ahead of everybody. How's this city doing? I think this city is ready to start making impalers now, if I'm not mistaken. Blood Pavilion I don't need. The Riders Hall I do not need. Arcane Item Forge, no. Great Temple Arena, don't need the arena, not for these guys because they're pikemen. Yeah, alright, so let's make some really absurdly powerful Orc Impalers. Just like a ton of them. They have 15 defense, 15 attack, 2 spirit, 15 physical damage, 2 spirit damage. Bonuses from Enchanted Armor, Blinding Aura, Stylite. That's a lot of bonuses. Starting with 54 health. This is pretty good for a tier 1 unit. So let's just make a bunch of them. Okay, Orderon produced a laboratory. Orderon actually grew in size and produced a laboratory on this turn. So I got one more vision range, and if I get the observatory, I can get another one. But I got the laboratory primarily for the bonus to the Storm Sisters, being able to produce them at a higher rank. So I think I'm just going to take advantage of that. I actually really just need to be making Storm Sisters. I've been trying to get them off the ground for some time now, and things keep interfering. Hey, wait a second. They never took that city. Well, that's interesting. I guess I'll move him back in there. If they attack again, I can at least spam Banish and hopefully kill that bird. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get Divine Channeling like I talked about a minute ago. So I have those extra casting points to work with if I need them. Crusader produced here. That's the only one I'm going to make there for the moment. Now that this city has got the Enchanted Tree in its borders, I can go ahead and build the Grand Palace with this one that I've been holding off for a while, and that's even more casting points. So that's good. Or I could maybe skip that and just go straight to Holy of Holies and start making more Shrines of Smiting. I don't know which one of these would be better. Both of those sound pretty good. Well, as I look at this, the city won't gain any. This city won't gain any benefit from the Grand Palace aside from the extra happiness, which it doesn't really need, and the casting points. I think, as opposed to having casting points, I would rather start working towards a second city to produce Shrines of Smiting. So we'll let it do that. Dragons are still going to have to wait. And I think I really am going to have to send something down from this group up here. Let's see what we can come up with. So, I like how Farron's army is currently set up. And I think I'm going to leave them that way. The Glutton will go with Karzin. This priest will probably leave this group and go down and serve as a healer for units down here. The problem is that that's mostly undead units down there. So the priest maybe really isn't... I guess the priest could just kind of hang out near these armies. I don't need to have them perfectly separated into exact stacks of 6. And then I can send... Yeah, for the time being, I'm going to set it up kind of like that. We'll leave the Glutton here just hanging out. And I think I'm just going to send this whole stack to grab those haste berries and then head south to deal with any issues in this area. Oh, hey, there's more stuff showing up over here, I just realized. City could really use more vision range. It's still absorbing population, so that doesn't really help. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get a cherub. Probably not a bad idea. I wish I could summon it in a better spot. I guess right here is good for now, and then park him, like, on those mountains. So I don't see anything coming across that bridge just yet. Alright. These guys are going to go grab those haste berries and go south, I think. Probably will have that road continue through here or come down this way. I'm not really sure, but I need to have some backup down here. And also these guys could really benefit from the undead healing that those armies can provide. Here's a question. Do I move these guys up north? Maybe I need to summon another cherub. Because if these guys go straight west, that could be really bad, because they'd take them right to Carbannic in the heart of my empire. Well, these guys are going to be useless to me unless I get them healed up, so I'm going to move them back regardless. Hopefully that stack doesn't come after them. And I can get them buddied up with that other group. And then I guess these guys are going to have to fend for themselves for the time being. I don't know if I can... Karzin's army could actually probably handle that, even by itself, if I was to grab the haste berries with it and run down there. Especially if I cast Mark of the Heretic. Do I have enough mana for that? Yeah, that's only 20. That's not that much. That's actually really cheap, now that I think of it. That is very cheap. And it's guaranteed to work. Alright. Let's see what... Okay, so Karzin's actually got that cool helmet. So there's really no reason for me to not put that on and run out to the haste berries anyway, and just see what they can see. Which is not a lot else. I think Karzin's army should probably run down there and try to kill that stuff. Can Farron back him up if he absolutely has to? Yeah, he could, because I could pull Karzin's army back afterwards. Let's move down. I don't see anything else in that vicinity generally. A couple scattered units there, but nothing to worry about. Alright, let's put Karzin's good helmet back on. And maybe I can fit in a couple units just to kind of help. I can't quite make it all the way down there, but I could at least get the flyers in to help. Or the flyers and floaters. So basically the Wraith King and the Dragon could help. Nobody else can. Maybe Karzin could. Actually, not Karzin, Farron. Actually, Farron could make it on the tile too, though. In fact, most of these units could. It's just the Halfling that's slowing them down. Okay, maybe that's not true. It's the Halfling in that Snake? How can Karzen, or not Karzen, Farron make it onto the mountain tile, but the snakes can't? That doesn't make any sense. Does he have some form of movement that I'm not aware? Oh, he has mountaineering. Oh, he's a dwarf. That's right. That's right. Okay. That makes sense. So we'll have to drop the snake, but we can get the rest of these guys in to help, and I think that's probably a good idea. All right. And I will cast Mark of the Heretic, as it is only 20. I'll cast it on probably the bigger stack. Whoops. Okay, I'm not sure. I clicked on something on the side of the screen by accident. Let's see, Mark of the Heretic. There we go. Might cast it on both stacks, but I definitely want it on the big one. I think any more might be overkill. And I do only have 98 mana left to spend, and I want to summon probably another Cherub on this turn to watch this pass right here. So I think I'm going to try to get by with just that. I think with these units I should be okay. This should actually be a pretty easy battle. Yeah, this is a very likely victory. Alright, so I get to fight against my own creation. My first battle against Dova the Keen ever, I think. Ah, static electricity always sucks. Especially in a melee-heavy group. Dang it. I might need to try to dispel that. Which is unfortunate because if I get a critical failure, that would be very bad. Well, let's see what we can do. Farron's got spells too. So I might he might have something useful here. I know Stiffened Limbs is almost always useful. That might be worth casting on the Eldritch Horror. And maybe the computer will spend some time trying to disjunct it. Static Shield gives units... It's static electricity. I think it's when I hit them. Every time an enemy performs a melee touch attack against this unit. So... it doesn't actually really benefit the Wisp that much, but it does benefit those Phantasm Warriors quite a bit. What is the chance to be stunned? I don't know if it actually tells me. Well, we'll have to just see what happens. More likely than not, that Wisp is going to teleport behind something, but I think I can actually kill that Wisp before it gets to anything. So I'm going to do that. In fact, those guys can't even reach me on this turn, so... yeah, I can just destroy that thing. Alright. And I can probably take out another one of these Phantasm Warriors before they reach me as well. I may let one of them come in and let their guard down and just risk a stun on one of the Firstborn. But I would like to have them let the guard down. In fact... Firstborn have pretty good resistance. It's 13. I'm going to let both the Phantasm Warriors get a single hit on each Firstborn. If they choose to do so. And then I'm going to go ahead and get Absorb Pain up and running on Karzen. Can Karzen do anything useful here? He can use Touched by Faith on somebody. Probably most useful to cast it on one of these Firstborn that's about to take a hit from a unit that could stun it. So how about this guy? Alright, as for these guys, I'm kind of probably going to nope out of that and move over to join Karzen. That Eldritch Horror scares me a bit, and I think I'm going to try to... well, what are the... just make double sure Stiffened Limbs works on it. It does. So what I'm going to do is... I was thinking these guys had Curse for some reason, but I guess not. Maybe they get that at a later level. Yeah, it's Throw Curse at Elite, so they don't have that yet. Let's move back about face and Stiffened Limbs on that guy. Hopefully they'll waste some energy trying to dispel it. Maybe actually don't want to group everybody up now that I think about it because of Static Breath. Oh crap, they could actually go after the dragon. Will they, though? I don't know. And they can't stun the Wraith King, so he's actually fine there. I hope they don't go after the dragon. That would be highly unfortunate. Alright, let's see what they do. Oh, I forgot about that guy with his phase. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, they did stun the other Firstborn. That sucks. Alright, the dragon at least did not get stunned. He is not happy, though, at all, from Broken Spirit. I think that unit triggered it on him. Alright. This is a problem here. I was really hoping I could get by without somebody getting stunned. At least he didn't get stunned. He can deal a lot of damage to that Phantasm Warrior if I can get rid of this Node Serpent. So I think I'm going to try to do that. And he can probably... Oh, he can't actually kill the Phantasm Warrior. The Wraith might be able to, though. Risking his own health, but he could do a lot of damage to it. Alright, what I think I'm gonna do... Karzen's defense is pretty solid. I'm gonna try to use him to help out here. First, I'm going to move here and flank him with that. And I'm hoping that gives the Wraith the opportunity to kill him. If I high roll, I could get this, but I'd have to really high roll. I probably won't. Alright, that's okay, because Farron can move over here and heal, but I'm not sure what to do about my dragon. In fact, I may actually not be able to heal the Wraith King on this turn. The thing is, Doomgaze sucks, and it's going to do a lot of damage to my undead, including that Wraith. I don't really have a way to heal outside of Farron. Maybe I can cast a neat spell. Smite's a neat spell, isn't it? I think so. That might be useful here. It would definitely solve my Phantasm Warrior problem. As a matter of fact, it would solve that Phantasm Warrior problem much more nicely, I think. Let me make sure there's not a better spell to cast. Not really. Slayer's Doubt could be handy. Mass Curse is always good, but I think I really want this guy to die. Alright. That takes some pressure off the Firstborn down there. That frees Karzen up to go after this guy, that Node Serpent now. This is going to be a charge attack. I should probably go ahead and Warcry too. Alright, let's do that. Crap, I got stunned. Not having such good luck with those. Alright, let's get this guy off me. I'm just going to have to let that flyer kind of do whatever he wants. He shouldn't be able to kill anything, but get off of me. They could kill that Phantasm Warrior, but what I'm thinking about doing is moving out here and trying to curse that. It'll probably fail, but it would at least slow it down. The Orc Exalted was good enough to kill that Phantasm Warrior. The Orc Exalted is actually good enough to do quite a few things. What is the odds of... I have to move forward just a bit. I actually really hope this fails. Okay, that's good. Doesn't stop him from casting Doomgaze, though. That may have been a waste, actually, now that I think of it. Because Doomgaze can be used with one action point. That's too bad. I think I may have screwed up there. I maybe... Oh, now part of me wishes I would have smited this Node Serpent. Let me try something here. So, Wraith guy is probably okay. Even if he dies, Farron can get him back up with Greater Reanimate Undead. So what I think Farron is going to do Ooh, I could attempt to web the Watcher. That would really take it out of commission. Then I could leave the dragon on defense. This thing doesn't really threaten the dragon that much. But sending Farron out there, no, that's probably too dangerous. If that fails, Farron could get flanked by 3 decently powerful units and would be gone just like that. So I think Farron might be better off just using his range attack here. No, that really doesn't do much. Maybe I just need to get the dragon out of that bad situation entirely. Take a hit from the Node Serpent. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a few hits from the Node Serpent, actually. Oh, wait, the Node Serpent's panicked. Oh, okay, that changes things entirely. That makes things a lot easier. I'm glad I noticed that. It was sort of hard to tell with all the stuff going on, the elemental effects. Okay, so he's going to run. I could maybe actually panic the Watcher. Ooh, I think actually attacking the Watcher with the dragon's a really good play, because I could potentially panic it. As a matter of fact, Farron might even be able to make that more likely. Let's try Black Bolts again and see. I think I'd rather have Farron heal. Okay, we're going to be a bit aggressive with the dragon. Use up another one of these guys' action points. I don't even care that I failed. I just want to use his AP. Now he can do that to the dragon if he wants. He can't really move to attack anything else. So, the dragon might die, but everyone else will live on. And Farron can heal the Wraith King. And then I can use the Exalted to finish this guy off. Who managed to avoid getting stunned. Thank you, sir. Oh, hey, these guys are not... Oh, yeah, these guys still got movement left. That's right. I forgot about them. I'm going to go up here and use up one of his AP. That's fine. Go ahead and stun me. He won't kill me. Alright, I think I'm good. He runs. Eldritch Horror probably comes in Static Breath. Yep, that's what I thought. He didn't even kill a thing. Okay. Good, good, good. Alright, Karzan, I have a special job for you. It involves killing that thing. How are we going to pull that off? In fact, I think I need the Exalted to help out with that. Really, anyone who can fly and get over there. So whoever kills this guy needs to be somebody who can't really get over there to be useful in any other way. I can't throw Curse with these guys on this turn, unfortunately. I think what I'm going to do is use them... These guys all have... Oh, they all have Blood Brothers. This one has Resurgence, so I'm not that worried about him. I'm going to use... He probably won't kill that guy, unfortunately. But the other Firstborn should be able to. Let's see if he can get... Ah, come on. Okay. And now that he's turned around, that's actually bad for Karzan. Alright, let me see here. If I move this guy here, then here, he can run through, get a hit. And I'm hoping maybe... No, trees are blocking me. I was hoping to run this guy all the way through, like under the trees, and get like a single hit in on that Eldritch Horror, but that's not going to happen. The giant can hopefully hit him with a rock. Yep, there's some things in the way I'll need to deal with, but he definitely could. Alright, I think Karzan needs to go forth and stab this thing. It's got Fearsome, but Karzan can't be feared on account of Blood Brothers. Oh wait, Karzan has Fearsome, too. That's right. These guys could get a Warcry and deal quite a bit of damage to that thing. In fact, I have quite a few options here. Let's see if the dragon can handle this guy by himself without dying. Ah, He got stunned. Alright, he may need a little bit of assistance. I wonder if I could invoke death on that thing. It's probably pretty unlikely due to the spirit protection. Yeah, that would almost certainly not work. Okay, here's what I can do. The Wraith is a little bit otherwise occupied. So he's probably not, I'm probably not going to use him to go after the Eldritch Horror, but I can use him to heal the Exalted. And while he's doing that, I can move him. Calm down, guys. It's going to be all right. There you go. So I can move him up a little bit this way so he can hopefully come help out with this Watcher on the next turn, which will most likely... That thing might kill the dragon. I don't think I can really stop it. I can maybe I can slow it down a bit. I could use Farron to curse, but first let's make sure I can kill this Eldritch Horror, or at least come close to it. Ah, the critical hit. Nice. I really needed that. Then I can move this guy here and get a nice big boulder in its back. He's very close to dead, but... this is why I wanted to get these guys over there. I thought maybe... Oh, they're so close to being able to finish it off. I don't really want to use Farron for this. But between Farron and the Priest, those are the only 2 units I have left. It's not like the Eldritch Horror can do a lot. He can't even dominate any of those units because they've all got Blood Brothers. What I'm thinking about doing is cursing that Watcher and using up another action point. At most, it can only hit my dragon with a melee attack twice, though. He's actually not going to... He's not going to come close to killing that dragon regardless of what happens, so... I think it's safe to use Farron to just finish this thing off. He's got... Black Bolt. Well, it'll work. I think it's about as good as it's going to get. Oh, he went... Oh no. Okay, well, that's okay. Farron can get him back up. Didn't exactly see that coming. I thought this had one more turn of being panicked for some reason, but... That's fine. I just can't lose any other undead now. The Wraith King is a tier 3, I think, yeah, so I can't get it with the tier 2 reanimate. Well, let's make sure Karzan can kill stuff. Karzan, I believe, has killing momentum, so if I can use him to kill the Watcher... The dragon actually may... I think his gas breath would be perfect here, yeah. Doesn't even matter if it failed, it turns stuff around at least. Karzan still can't quite kill that thing. But if I get him... If I run the giant around to here, I can throw a boulder at it. Then Karzan, now I could kill it. As long as Karzan doesn't get... As long as Karzan doesn't get stunned from this, he should be able to finish that thing off. And then turn around and deal damage to the Node Serpent as well. But before I do that, I'm going to have to remember to... There you go. Before I kill the Node Serpent, I have to make sure that I reanimate my Wraith. Welcome back, buddy. Alright, now... I want you guys to get a charge, I think. Firstborn is just a bit too far away to be too useful. Yeah, go ahead and build up a charge for this, I think. The less times I have to hit it, the better. Okay, he got it. No problem. Okay, well that takes care of that little group. I'm going to end up pulling them all back, but I just wanted to... In fact, I can get everybody together for more healing. especially with the undead. But I thought if I see that army, I should probably take care of the army. Anyone with healing? Well, the reanimator, pretty much. Alright. They're pretty much gonna have to all move back together. I think I'll just put the glutton down there with them. That looks good. This turn's kind of a long turn, but that battle took a little bit of thought. Alright, still working towards Grand Palace here. I'm gonna continue to do that. This city, whoops, actually, now that I think of it, probably should put the hospital ahead of the siege workshop for the extra growth and happiness, because that city is going to grow. Yeah, but with the siege workshop, it'll build the hospital. Well, I'll just leave it the way it is. That's fine. Creepy book is done, so I can send that to Karzan. So in 4 turns, I can put the glutton with his group, and I will go ahead and let that crusader build. A decent-sized group of swarm darters. I think they're already on the way. Wait, I thought I had a bunch of them. Oh yeah, I put them right there. Okay. So from this point, they can all get to where they could all make it to like that city really fast. I think that's what, yeah, that's why I was putting them on this tile. I wanted to leave them the option. I'm going to put one here and measure the distance to see if he could still make it on the next turn. Kind of trying to leave them the option of defending this city or getting to the front line really fast if they needed to. But once the full stack is done, this Fire Rogue event should be over, I think, hopefully in a couple more turns. So so good news for the Elf Town then. I can now, I'll probably let the public baths finish and go straight for a hospital here, I think. Okay, happiness of Tigrants changed from very unhappy to just unhappy, and that's presumably because I migrated this city, so they'll have to get used to that. But at least they're only just unhappy, and hopefully that helps Karzan out a little bit. Let's actually check on Karzan's morale, see how he's doing. So, race happiness is unhappy, but that's only a minus 50 instead of minus 100, and we'll try to keep it that way. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about this on the last turn, but there was a suggestion in the comments, and I will look this up because I want to give credit to the right person. But I think it was Jeff suggested migrating this Frostling City. He had said Tigrans maybe to make him a little more happy. I actually sort of like the idea of migrating it to Elves because it's in the snow, and Elves kind of handle that better. And it'd just be another Storm Sister producing city. But I don't have very many Frostling units, and the few that I do have are Ghoul Ice Queens, so they're not going to really care. In fact, I think I only have 1 Ghoul Ice Queen. So I think I actually might pick on the Frostlings a bit and migrate this to Elves. It may take a little longer, but wait. Oh, I have to cancel that before I can do that. It would take 3 turns. I'm gonna do this. I'd rather have High Elves. It'll shrink to a city, unfortunately, but I really want High Elves there. I want High Elves pretty much everywhere I can get them, as you can see why. I might go overboard on Storm Sisters this game, but then again, I'm not sure that there's any such thing when they're up against 2 Dreadnoughts, so... Some of those Storm Sisters will survive and get promotions. Not sure which ones, but some of them will. You know what? I actually have a builder here, I just realized. I could kind of help out with the road situation, I guess. What I think I'll do is I'll send him here and have him start a road in this direction. And then he could link up with the other one along here somewhere. Faster I can get roads up, the better. Oh, that was a builder I had made probably to do something else, actually. And now I can't remember exactly what it was I was going to do with it. But this seems more important right now anyway, with green showing signs of aggression in this area. I am down to 26 casting points because I used some mana, so I can't quite get another cherub on this turn. But I am going to start casting it at least, so I can get it a little cheaper next turn. This city again, I'm going to... Yeah, just leave it on merchandise indefinitely. I'm not going to do much with that city other than use it as a gold and just resource generator. Eventually, I'll find somebody to go clear that ziggurat and get another 30 gold per turn. Alright. As for this shock trooper, he'll probably carry on and join all this stuff in their attack. Yeah. I could turn him around and go towards the center map, but I've got other units coming. I think I'll be okay. And I want backup for Ganon's army because this area I'm really starting to stick my nose out into enemy territory, so I'm gonna need all the help I can get over here. I can actually move another space. Let's move forward somewhat cautiously. Let's see what's in this city. Not much, actually. Ganon's army could take that by themselves. But I want to make sure that... Okay. Let's make sure nothing's hiding in the city first. Nope. It's just that stuff. Okay. Ganon's army is going to take that. But I'm going to bring up other units to sort of back him up after they get in there. Alright, so let's attack with a flyer. Bolstered his machines, and I'm not sure that that actually really does anything for them. I don't know that there's many morale penalties a machine can suffer from. Unit is machines. Nope, it doesn't say anything about not having morale penalties, so yeah, I guess bolster does still help them. I guess it's just ghouls that don't suffer from most morale penalties, ghouls and undead. Alright, well, we'll start off with doing what I know I should probably do, which is bestow Ironheart on him, absorb pain on him, and then probably wait. And maybe break some stuff just because I can. Alright, now that troll needs to be moving forward. The cannon has to reload, the Juggernaut has to reload. Yeah. Go, go, go. And Ganon can follow and give Touched by Faith along the way. I'll leave these guys in the back as they're absorbing pain for Ganon and send the Knight that always dies charging up the front just like he normally does. Dish out a little bit of damage. The wall kind of gets in the way, but that's alright. And the Reanimator, I think I'm just going to have heal himself and kind of hold ground. Now he immediately gets damaged again. You can run, but you can't hide. Ganon can get aggressive on this one. He'll be alright. He's got this guy back here taking damage for him. Unless they dispel that, that would be unfortunate. You know what? These guys have Demolisher. I should probably have them up going after the machines too. not the giant. Don't pick on the giant. Oh, that thing's stuck itself in a very annoying spot. How about this? Up Ganon, heal the giant. Have the giant smash this thing into little pieces. Have the orc or the troll smash this thing into little pieces. And have the knight smash that thing into little pieces, I think. Okay. Don't mind the explosion, buddy. And I need to start moving him up. Can't use ability for 2 turns, and he has to reload. Yeah, so it's more or less safe to move this guy up and get a little extra healing in. How? Okay, between all these units, they should be able to handle it, but I am actually going to probably retreat some of them. Just to patch them up. Make sure they get some extra health before the end of the battle. And you know what? The knight that always dies is not going to die today. He's going to get away nice and safe. Watch the shattering hammer somehow kill one of them. Okay, good. I was hoping he would waste it shooting at the troll. Ganon's going to have more healing on the next turn, so I should probably have him hang back with these guys and let the troll deal with that. No! Actually, I need to leave them in the walls now that I think of it. They won't get damaged in there. That's why these guys were taking so many hits. They're outside of the walls. I think it's weird how healing you can use multiple times per battle, but undead healing you can only use once per battle. I don't really understand that. Must be some balancing thing, or it's just completely random oversight. Alright, cool. So, there's that. It's at least one more Juggernaut down. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Now, if they attack the city... Ooh, that's maybe bad. If they attack the city, Ganon's army could be in trouble. I can get a little backup for him. That could technically help defend the city. I wonder if these guys are good enough to go down here and get that back. I don't remember what was in there. It was like a couple eagle riders or something. But I don't know. I think I really should keep everyone together. It's just safer because I don't really know what I'm running into. They might send some stuff after me, but I could always like pull some units back and like guard this area a little better. Do I have another giant coming on the next turn? I do. I'm going to send one of these priests out forward to help out with healing and stuff. I wish I knew what was in that city, because I could grab the haste berries and go get it on this turn. You know what? These guys really can't benefit Ganon's army that much this turn, because if anything attacks the center city tile, they won't be pulled into the battle. So maybe I should just go down there and get this other city back. Or at least grab the haste berries and see what's in it. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's not much down here. We'll go ahead and split up, and then they can meet up afterwards. Oh, wow, this is actually way overkill. I thought there was at least 2 or maybe 3 Eagle Riders in here. But that's fine. I'll take an easy battle. I can actually probably auto-combat this. She's dead, so there's no way anything's gonna kill me there. She can't cast spells right now. Yeah, move forward, I guess. Still a little nervous about what I might run into, but at least that keeps... At least now I don't have to worry about stuff coming from this city and, like, attacking this one. This city is still vulnerable from this direction, though. That might be where that Eldritch army is headed. Alright, well, this is, what, a dwarf city? I do have dwarves. I'll leave it as dwarves. I have some dwarf units with Karzan, so it will be nice. Upgrade Ganon. What do I want? He's kind of getting to the point where it's just like general stat upgrades. Actually, you know what? I'll throw some more health on him. Let's make him that much harder to kill. It's very important to keep him alive. Honored to join your empire for 380 gold. Still can't do that because still haven't dealt with this after all this time. If I ever have enough extra units, I'll send something up there to deal with it. Okay, good. Bonus knowledge event. That's always nice. Okay, so now that I have this back, what was it doing? I think I was trying to get the production out. Yeah, I was trying to expand the borders to get the extra production from that Flow Rock quarry so that I could make Storm Sisters in one turn. And I can also, yeah. Alright. So I think I was getting an observatory, which I don't have enough mana for at the moment. I'll just leave it like that, I guess. You can stay there. The cherub is still getting chased along the southern edge of the map. Catch me if you can. And these guys are still good positioned where they are, I think. Oh, I forgot about this guy. I think I was sending him up this way, yeah, to kind of explore what's going on up here. So I don't know really anything about this area right next to me. And actually, that cherub could sort of scout, keep an eye out for stuff coming from the area underground that I indicated earlier I was potentially worried about. Okay, so I have this builder. I don't see a reason to build a road going to that tower. It's probably not that important, but I do see a reason to build a road going down here. So I think that's what he's going to do. The Halfling army apparently doesn't need to go up there, but what I think I will do... How much stuff is in here? That's a decent amount of stuff. Wondering if this city could maybe not produce public baths and get something in there to help defend. It's not much that could fight off a Phoenix Warrior, though. I may just have to spam... Like, where did they go, though? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, they have to be here somewhere. I just don't understand why they didn't attack that city. It was a free city. They could have just taken it. Did they go... No, they have an assassin. They wouldn't have embarked. Because he can't... It's a Draconia assassin. They can't swim or anything like that, as far as I know. So I don't think they would have gone across the water to the Mer City, which is good, because I don't have a way of defending that right now. Like, basically, I want to send some units up to kind of guard that city, but I don't know how much I really want to invest in it. I feel like I need some of these stronger units down here helping out with this little invasion. Then again... Oh, man. They can darn near tunnel right through... Is it the giant that is tunneling? They could. They could tunnel right through there. And maybe with the giant... No, I don't think I could get there on this turn either way. I think I'll play it safe and put them here, probably. Use the cave walls as defense. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Since the Phoenix ran off, I'm not going to send the Halfling up there right now. But I am going to build a road so she could get back there faster if she needed to. I'll build the road down here. And probably we'll cut back up and put one on that tile too. And then I'll leave these guys here to help her out. I'm pretty sure the halfling will still be in the void on the next turn. So I should be able to launch this attack and take out all those units on the next turn. And there's no reason to leave the cherub there. He could come join that stack now. And you can't move. Just trying to wrap this turn up before the end of the episode, I think. I still want at least a couple people standing there, so they're good where they are. Put them on camp again. And that is the end of my turn. So I've got 26 casting points to work with and 27 mana, so it ain't much. So if there's anything else I should be doing with my spells, let me know. But right now, I think I generally need scouts. I need to know, I need information about where armies might be approaching from. In both cases, in the above ground, I'm generally weak in this area. I'm very strong here, I'm very strong here, and kind of in general pretty strong in this area, I think. But this spot right here, this zone is like a dead zone. Reinforcements are going to hopefully help do something about that, the ones coming from this city and from this city. But I'll have to get some scouts to know exactly what I should expect in this area. There's only so much that army's going to be able to do, I think. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this one up here, so I think it's a good stopping point right here at the end of the turn. So thanks for watching, everybody. I truly do appreciate it. I'm still having, even though, Joel and I are having a blast with Planetfall, I'm still really enjoying this series. This is probably the most fun I've had doing an Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series, and I think it's just because as the game is getting more challenging with more enemies, I'm having to think a little harder, and it's making it a lot of fun. Plus, thanks to you guys, I'm a lot better player now than I used to be. I still have an awful lot to learn about this game. I learn that every time I open up and read the comments, but I have learned a lot from you guys, and I do appreciate that. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you guys in the next episode.